everyone. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Dewi Anggraini and my student identification number is 254810002P. Today, I would like to present a topic entitled International Marketing. In this presentation, I will discuss the basic concept of international marketing, its importance, and how companies use global strategy to reach customers in different countries. Through this presentation, we can better understand how business adapt their marketing strategy in increasingly globalized world. Thank you for attention and let's begin the presentation. Global Marketing Strategy, an executive playbook on international marketing management, product standardization, strategic pricing, and multi-channel global distribution. Next, international marketing. Managing global marketing, scope and concept. International marketing is the performance of business activities designed to plan, price, promote, and direct the flow of a company goods and service to consumer in more than one nation for a profit. Core challenge. Unlike domestic marketing, global execution requires operating simultaneously under multiple sovereign legal frameworks, varying economic situation, foreign consumer value, and disparate competitive environment. Next, strategic mindset. 1. Ethnocentric. The home country is superior. Products are exported without domestic design alterations or adaptation. 2. Polycentric. Every host country is completely unique. Local subsidiaries manage fully adapt localized initiative. 3. Regiocentric. Marketing strategy are structured dynamically across custom, trade blocks, or regional geographical cluster. And 4. Geocentric. A global outlook seeking standardization where possible, adapting only where economically required. Okay, next, the global environment. Navigating non-controllable environmental dynamics, successfully global market must adapt to foreign macro force. Unifying insights is vital for growth. Privacy and zero-party data. With third-party tracking obsolete, brands leverage trust-first data collection and quiz to adapt campaigns safely. Algorithmic marketing discoveries, GEO or Generative Engine Optimization, ensures global product brands are chosen by AI search engines. Okay, next, global product policy. Standardize versus adapt. Product standardizations, selling identical products globally, leverage heavy economic of scale in manufacturing, standardize global brand equity, and stabilize global R&D costs across borders. Product adaptation, modifying the core product to meet local regulatory mandates, electrical currents, language difference, consumer taste, and local purchasing power constraints. Okay, product adaptation. 1. Legal and regulatory mandates, divergent packaging laws, strict ingredients lists, environmental protection regulation, and quality certification schemes and in destination markets. 2. Technical standard, varied local voltage levels, regional measuring frameworks, safety parameters, and product compatibility requirements. 3. Cultural preference, lightning color symbols, religious food parameters, or halal or kosher certifications, and localizing conventions. 4. Economic constraints, design smaller packaging size or low-cost product variants to match purchasing power in developing economies. Okay, global brand strategy. Managing global brand architecture, consistent global brand identity is an invaluable corporate asset, but it must be guarded against quality deal setup and local IP infringements. Global brand architecture allows firms to launch products globally with instant recognition and reduce marketing development budgets. Local customization, applying regional sub-branding names to prevent offensive cultural meanings or linguistic challenge. Okay, product life cycle stage. PLC stage, introduction, growth, maturity, decline. Domestic market focus, high R&D cost recovery. Market defense, high volume. Price wars and extension. Products rationalization. Foreign market focus, early adopter education, distributor network expansion, niche product variation, relocation of production facilities, and strategic marketing goals, build global brand awareness, maximize brand market share, preserve margin, cut costs, pace out or harvest brand equity. Next, pricing issues and decision. Pricing escalation effects. Understanding export pricing multiplier. Price escalation occurs when retail pricing in foreign target countries swell because of accumulated shipping, insurance, import tariff, intermediary markups, and administrative transaction overheads. To mitigate this escalation, global market must consider shipping components, outsourcing regional manufacturing, or restructuring foreign channel distribution. Pricing strategy models. 1. Market skimming. Setting high initial price to harvest premiums from affluent adapters, especially for high technology innovation before competitor match products. 2. Market penetration. Launching with aggressively low pricing structure to build high volume distribution channels and dominant market share within foreign territories. 3. Dumping regulation. The illegal practice of selling products below production cost abroad to undercut domestic competitor, heavily penalized via national anti-dumping tariff. And for transfer pricing, internal pricing for intra-corporate sales across sovereign borders, highly scrutinized by tax regulator for profit shift. Oke, export cost structure bisa dilihat dari diagram tersebut bahwa manufacture cost itu sebesar 35%, intermediary and retail markups sebesar 38%, shipping and logistics sebesar 15%, and import tariff sebesar 12%. Intermediary marks up and logistic or tariff additions frequently double the final price. Minimizing step in the global distribution process is crucial to remain competitive. Okay, next, distribution channels. Channel selection rules. Designing structured channel strategy. Selecting physical channels determines control, cost, and customer accessibility levels across boundaries. Direct versus indirect trade. Direct selling ensures better control and insight, whereas indirect selling or via brokers or agents minimize research commitment. Integration of e-commerce. Modern cross-border D2C channels bypass classical geographic blockades, reducing retail intermediaries. Next, global supply pipeline. 1. Production, manufacturing, and packaging with custom standardized modification. 2. Freight forwarding, international logistics, air or ocean transport, and transit insurance. 3. Custom clear, filling tariff, executing local audits, and passing border safety checks. And 4. Last mile retail, local logistic pipelines delivering physical stock directly to customers. Next, managing gray markets. The gray market phenomenon. parallel, importing occurs when genuine products are purchased in low-price countries and resold outside authorized distribution channels in higher-priced regions without the brand owner's permission. Defensive strategy: firm counter gray markets by harmonizing price across countries, modifying product packaging to render them incompatible elsewhere, and restricting legal warranties to authorized regional buyers. In conclusion, international marketing is very important in helping companies expand their reach beyond local markets. It allows business to understand different consumer needs, adapt their strategy, and compete effectively in the global market. By applying the right international marketing strategy, companies can increase their competitive and achieve long-term success in the global economy. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, I will be happy to answer them. Thank you.